A kamikaze drone spots a vehicle carrying 3 enemies. The impact is precise. The vehicle and its passengers are destroyed. The kamikaze drone approaches a moving column of tanks. It adjusts course, aligning with the lead vehicle. The strike hits cleanly, igniting the first tank, then 2 more behind it. Within seconds, 3 armored vehicles burn in place, a precise, devastating attack. The kamikaze drone moves steadily above the open field, scanning the ground for movement. Between the burned vehicles, it spots a single enemy trying to hide among the wrecks. The target makes a short dash, but it's already too late. The explosion hits low, striking the enemy's legs and throwing him into the dust. Flying above the open field, the kamikaze drone detects a lone enemy walking across the grass. The operator steadies the altitude and begins to circle, studying every movement below. The target looks around, aware something is near, but sees nothing. The drone completes one slow orbit, then another, waiting for the perfect angle. Wind brushes through the grass while the drone hovers quietly overhead. The target turns too late. The drone strikes with precision, hitting the thigh and detonating on impact. Dust rises from the blast, scattering debris across the field. When the image steadies again, the target lies motionless amid the smoke. The kamikaze drone spots an enemy moving across the field. The operator locks on instantly and lowers altitude. The drone closes in fast, striking directly from behind. The explosion flares bright, a clean, direct hit. While flying along the tree line, the kamikaze drone detects an enemy self-propelled howitzer hidden among the trees, a Musta-S. The operator confirms the target, steadies the approach, and aligns for the strike. The impact lands directly on the vehicle. A powerful explosion follows, tearing through the gun and setting the surrounding trees ablaze. The Musta-S is destroyed. Flying low above the open field, the kamikaze drone detects a lone enemy moving cautiously across the grass. The operator keeps a steady distance, observing the target's movements. After several seconds, the drone lowers altitude and begins its final run. The target doesn't notice the danger behind him. The blast is strong, sending a wave of dust and debris outward. The following footage, captured from another drone, shows the aftermath from above. Smoke rises from the impact site, spreading slowly across the field. The kamikaze drone flies low across the field and spots an enemy sitting under a tree. The impact is direct, a precise hit under the tree, dust and smoke rising from the blast. The kamikaze drone spots an enemy in the open field and locks on immediately. A massive explosion follows, captured from another angle. Smoke and debris fill the frame. Among the trees, the kamikaze drone spots an enemy trying to hide inside the tree line. The target moves quickly from trunk to trunk, attempting to stay out of sight. When the path clears, it dives through the branches and hits directly. The explosion flashes between the trees. The target is eliminated. The kamikaze drone approaches an enemy dugout hidden beneath railway tracks. As it enters, the defender fires, bullets sparking off the metal beams. The drone keeps course, closing the gap. In a moment, it dives into the opening, a direct hit inside the bunker. The explosion fills the frame, leaving smoke and fire under the rails. The kamikaze drone spots an enemy antenna mounted high on a tree. The operator steadies the aim and accelerates. The impact destroys the antenna, a clean, controlled hit. The kamikaze drone targets a Russian UAZ moving along a dirt road. A moment later, one enemy runs out, trying to escape the blast. The kamikaze drone spots an enemy riding a motorcycle across the field. It lowers altitude and accelerates sharply. In seconds, the drone catches up and hits the target directly. The impact shatters the motorcycle. Smoke and debris scatter across the road. The footage shows several kamikaze drone strikes on enemy vehicles. One by one, targets are detected and destroyed. Trucks, light armor, and transport units. Each approach is swift and silent, ending in a bright explosion. The drones fly low, hitting engines and supply compartments with precision. Operators coordinate attacks remotely, adjusting aim in real time. Smoke and fragments rise from the impact zones, marking the accuracy of each hit. The rhythm stays constant. Every few moments, another vehicle burns. By the end, the field is covered in wrecks and smoke, evidence of the drone's efficiency. Drones changed the rules of engagement. They combine observation and strike in one platform. A single device can scout, identify, and engage a target within minutes. That compresses the sensor-to-shooter loop. Faster loops mean faster decisions and reduced reaction time for the enemy. Operationally, drones are cheap compared to manned aircraft and many artillery systems. Lower cost allows mass use and higher sortie rates. Losses are sustainable. That shifts risk tolerance and opens new tactics. Tactically, drones excel at precision. They attack small targets, weak angles, and moving assets with minimal collateral effects when used correctly. Precision reduces wasted munitions and enables targeted disruption of logistics and command nodes. Repeated small strikes produce strategic effects by denying space and forcing the opponent to disperse. Drones improve situational awareness. Persistent overhead observation maps movement, reveals ambushes, and confirm effects after strike. Telemetry and video feed allow real-time adjustments. Analysts can reroute assets or retask follow-up strikes within seconds. They also enable asymmetric advantages. Light forces can use inexpensive drones to contest heavy formations. A handful of well-controlled drones can slow or stop convoys and isolate units. That changes the calculus of force concentration. Logistics and tempo benefit as well. Drones reduce the need for long ammunition trains or complex air support coordination. They shorten supply lines by attacking supply nodes directly. Sustained drone pressure degrades morale and mobility over time. There are limits. Weather, heavy electronic warfare, and sophisticated air defenses reduce effectiveness. Endurance and payload remain constrained for many types. Swarms and larger loitering munitions partly mitigate this, but require advanced command networks. Clear rules of engagement and robust verification reduce mistakes, but never eliminate them. In practice, effectiveness comes from integration. When operators, analysts, and commanders work as one system, drones become decisive. They do not replace traditional forces. They reshape how those forces operate. The battlefield now responds to signals, not just numbers. The footage captures multiple kamikaze drone strikes against enemy infantry. Each approach is calm, deliberate, and precise. The drones move through open fields, tree lines, and ruins, scanning, closing, and striking. From above, movement looks small, but every impact changes the ground below. Modern warfare depends on these machines. Their strength is not in scale, but in precision. They allow operators to engage targets instantly, without waiting for artillery or air support. A single drone can clear a trench, disable a patrol, or stop a retreat. That efficiency turns minutes into victories. Every scene follows the same rhythm. The drone finds a target, aligns, and dives. Smoke rises, then silence. Sometimes the operator switches to another feed to confirm the hit. From there, the next drone is already in motion. The chain never stops. This technology reshapes the balance of power on the battlefield. Drones give smaller units the reach and speed once reserved for entire armies. Their strength and accuracy let them strike deep, disrupt supply lines, and create zones of constant threat. Each launch extends the eyes and hands of the operator far beyond the front. This is how modern tactics evolve: smaller, faster, and more connected. The front line no longer moves by meters of ground, but by signals in the sky. And behind every short burst of footage lies hours of preparation, coordination, and precision that define the new era of warfare. The footage follows a kamikaze drone working methodically across contested ground. It scans fields, roads, and tree lines, searching for movement and heat signatures. When a target appears, the operator evaluates angle, cover, and escape routes. The drone aligns, shortens distance, and chooses the optimal attack vector. Approaches are deliberate: slow orbit, small corrections, then a sudden dive. Each impact is quick and final. Smoke and dust mark the result. Between strikes, the drone repositions and checks other feeds for secondary targets. The crew monitors telemetry, wind, and visual confirmation before committing. This workflow maximizes hit probability while reducing wasted sorties and collateral effects. Tactically, these drones clear lanes, disrupt patrols, and force the enemy to disperse. Operationally, they allow fast responses without mobilizing heavy assets. Limitations remain: weather, countermeasures, and endurance constrain some operations. Still, when integrated into reconnaissance and fire planning, they change tempo and reach. The sequence ends with the drone returning to patrol altitude, ready for the next command.